Super Mario Odyssey Day 2. Oh, right.
Super Mario Odyssey!
Separate motion controllers. Okay. I remember I actually was doing some exploring just because I really wanted this cowboy outfit. Okay, I take it I don't actually have to re-explore and re-explore all the time. Or rather, hold up. This is a little different. Okay, nice. What else do I have? Captain Sad. So, do these outfits have a function, or are they really just decoration? Okay. Forgot we get a map. How do I take off? Okay, that's where I was. Alright, wait, never mind. Why'd I keep thinking there's a split path? Oh, okay, I guess... I remember it asked me if I wanted to go to the Wooden Kingdom or another kingdom that was a water theme. And I chose the Wooden Kingdom first. I guess I can't back out of that now. He kidnapped Tierra, and now with this binding band, he's got a wedding ring. Is he gonna steal a whole wedding? Seeing as how we've got some time to kill, let's review some useful skills. Homing gap throw. After throwing your cap, shake the Joy-Con again to perform. Yeah, I remember that. Your cap will fly towards the nearest target you can see. It's super handy when your aim is low off. There's a giant greenhouse there filled with flowers. It's famous for its beautiful soiree bouquet. Soiree bouquet, I think that's how you pronounce it. Don't ask me to pronounce things correctly. I'll always get it wrong. This is gonna sound like a weird opinion, but a part of that song sounded like the James Bond 007 opening. I kid you not, like 3 beats. Dun 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 dun. But if just if you change the pitch, I'm not kidding. Dun 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 dun. Slightly off. Ooh, you never know what's hitting. Is that an actual ground I can fall to safely, or is it just a decoration or decorative bottomless fall? Okay. Nice. I mean, I have some mountains in my hometown, but they don't look nice like this. No snow-capped mountains. That's something I wouldn't mind living next to every day. Oh, be the stretch. Oh, that's pretty cool. If I had this power, you could decorate everything with ease. Not that I'm, well, at least for my area, I'm not short, but still, it'd be cool. Though, unfortunately, I'm not 6 feet either, but there's a different reason for why I'm upset about that. Okay, then again, I think every man would want to be 6 feet tall. At least. Oh, they're afraid of me. Initiating first greeting dialogue. There are 2 types of coins, yellow coins and purple coins. Okay, I think it's gonna, this NPC is gonna tell me pretty much the same thing. As this conversation sounds very similar. Spend money. I like how it's blunt and straight to the point. Designed to look like the people of the Wood Kingdom. Nice souvenir. This. Explore outfit. Well, that's more of a jungle thing, not a forest. A temperate forest, that is. Boxer shorts. Can Mario actually go out in boxers just like that? I'm tempted to try that. Then again, I'll use up all my coins. I know there's going to be backtracking later, so I'll save that. I'll test out that theory later. Wood Kingdom Power Moon. Amiibo. Yeah, I do. I don't have any of the Mario amiibo. Well, actually, I wonder if... Give me 1 second. I wonder if my Smash Mario would do something. I actually do have the Smash Brothers Mario amiibo. It's literally collecting dust. One day I'll eventually get a case for this. What did I just do? Am I invincible? Last one. Servant of the Bowser monsters illegally accessing our flower supply. Well, it's gone now. Welcome in, Manba. That music normally means invincibility in other games. Maybe I usually remember a different type of music. But yeah, this probably was invincibility. Either Manba or Manba with an N. Both works. Good to see you. You look familiar. I know you from another stream, don't I? Mamba, like Black Mamba. I heard the term before, but it doesn't... I don't know from where. Black Mamba was Kobe Bryant. Oh, okay, I didn't know that. I didn't, well, I know he's long gone, but I know who he was. Oh, I was scratching my head with the other controller. I didn't follow pro basketball. I did hear that term before, and I didn't realize it referred to him. Take a picture. Okay, well, I've done that for hints before, but this is the first time it gives you an obvious sign that's going to be a hint. I didn't care much for basketball either, but my brother and my dad were super into that sort of thing. Yeah, I get you. So naturally, if you have family that's into stuff, you'll know it too, even if you're not into it yourself by default. Or at least know a thing or two. But my family was more football people. We only watched like local college basketball. We didn't really go very far beyond the local college team. And I know none of my family, like growing up, ever got into pro basketball. So we know virtually next to nothing. Other than the names of famous players. Yeah, like picking up skills by association. Exactly. Can I climb up this? Okay, I guess I have to go back up the way I came in. Oh. Okay, that's how I roll. Jump. There we go. I mean, I'd say, well, I mean, I was obviously a nerd, but some acquired knowledge I got was football, obviously, and then for a while there, it was an acquired taste, and I eventually lost it. I do watch some pro football from time to time, but and well, we're all Cowboys fans. I won't explain further though. We're just getting tired of every season. Well, I'm not here to talk about football today. But that's my acquired taste. Familiar with a bit of college football too, but that's about it. Oh. How did I get the... Oh. Right. I gotta get used to this. No, I'm taller. Oh, he could still hurt me. Ow. Uh-oh. I thought he would get hurt because I have the thorns. But Manba, I'll get used to that. Uh-oh. Oh, nice. Oh, but it has a pause, a limit to. Oh, but I can't get up there. Well, for a fireball brother, he jumps pretty high, but I guess he can't latch onto the ledge. Mario can turn into everything now. He's real regular Kirby. Didn't think about that until now. I wasn't expecting this type of music. Guess the Fireball Brothers are just there to try to burn you. What the? Oh, that's poisonous? Can I go over it with the... So what would happen if Mario threw the cap on Kirby? What would his power speed then? Oh, I was saying, what do you think would happen if Mario threw his hat on Kirby? Oh, he can't swim. Endless stomach. Ground pound jump. You want to get up high, and a regular jump won't quite do it. Right after ground pound. Jump right up. This will do it. What? That's new. Okay. Yeah, both Mario and Kirby have some of the biggest appetites in the Nintendo franchise. That should be a meme, like combining Mario and Kirby. I like how these barriers, they're so fragile, but then they recreate themselves afterwards. It's like someone only did half of the engineering. I did like Kirby games growing up, and my favorite Mario game is Super Mario Sunshine. Yeah, actually, that's my favorite 3D Mario 2 to date. Well, I'll hold my breath because I haven't finished this one just yet, so... But at least, not counting this, I'd say Sunshine's my favorite 3D Mario so far. Funny when you mentioned Kirby, I'm actually planning to play... I've never played a lot of the classic Kirby games before. Kirby 64 is like the only one, and then the first Kirby's Dream Land. I'm actually planning to play like a kind of a mini marathon later. Oh, gotta remember that. Do I look like plant food to you? Yes. I thought you were gonna take over him. Ow. Uh-oh. That's bad. I don't think I've gamed over yet. But yeah, once I'm done playing Star Fox 64 in the middle of the week, which well, I'm gonna keep playing that for like a month, probably until July, somewhere around there. And then I'm gonna start the Kirby games. Yeah, Star Fox 64. I did play the first Star Fox briefly last year, and I couldn't get very far. I could only do the first route. I could never do any of the other routes on the SNES version. I gotta stop doing that. Oh, nuts. My first game over for tonight. Is there a way to attack them without them being eaten? Ow. I keep thinking there's a timing to it, but I guess not. Star Fox 64, Star Fox Assault, and Star Fox Adventure. Same here, actually. I played all three of them. The only one I didn't play before the long hiatus was Star Fox Command. And also, I don't have a Wii U, so I've never played the Star Fox Zero. But I take that back. I did play Star Fox Command very briefly, but I couldn't get into the controls, so I eventually sold it. The good news was it was a used game in the first place, and I actually got more back for it like years and years later than I did buying it, so I actually made a little bit of profit. I wonder if Star Fox Zero's any good. But again, I don't have a Wii U. I bet it is. I got PS4. I don't have very many PlayStation consoles. The only major exception is a PS2, and that was because of sheer luck. I won it in a raffle contest when I graduated from high school, like 20. That was a while back, over 20 years ago. All my consoles still work, all my old ones. Ow. Raffle contest? That's cool as hell. Yeah. That was one of the happiest nights that year. We had a PS2 gifted to me from a friend. That's pretty cool. Wow, from a friend too. I mean, I never expected like anything like that from my friends. The most I got was probably a full-fledged video game. When it coming from gifts from a friend. Oh wow, a full console. Ow. I take it I can't walk over this. Uh-oh. Wait, why is that moon special? Flower Thieves of the Sky Garden. But to date, the PS2 is the only non-Nintendo console I have. Not counting PC or mobile. Can't grab onto these. No, I can't. Did you ever get component cables for your PS2? I only learned recently that all the consoles are compatible with better cables than what they came with. You had an Xbox 360 and a Series X for a while, but the 360 died on me. Oh, so you did get those cables. Yeah, I didn't know such an option existed. Yeah, I never had a 360, but my old best friend from high school did. I mean, after he went into the army, he would come. Whenever he would visit, he would often bring a 360 and we'd play Halo together. And I forgot how many times he's had to replace it. I think he's bought 3 360s. I remember they got the Red Ring of Death so easily. There we go. Yeah, I had a bunch of good memories of Halo multiplayer. I didn't play single player until I built my gaming PC about 4 years ago. Wait, what's over there then? Let's see where this is going. That red ring was hell. Yeah, I imagine it was. I kind of imagine I'd be bummed out, because especially back then, because at that time, during that generation, money was real hard to come by for me. I didn't have I was actually behind the console. I didn't have a Wii until like 5 years after launch. Uh-oh. Yeah, bro, me too. Money was always tight. Yeah, college years I didn't have much. I was lucky to be able to afford a DS Lite. The DS was classic. My friend had one. I played mostly the Pokemon games. At that time, I was a really big Pokemon fan, and I was actually even at one time a competitive Pokemon player. Later on, when I got the 3DS for Gen 6, it was really fun days. Though I've fallen behind with Pokemon a lot. I haven't even played Violet or Scarlet yet. Yeah, I used to go to competitive Pokemon. I used to go to tournaments. Local tournaments, though, I used to use Smoggin rules. I don't know if you know what that means, Smoggin. It's like a different set of rules. I didn't like playing with doubles very much. With the official rules. No, yeah, it's probably something you have to Google Smoggin. You'll get like a little icon of wheezing, and then it's a bunch of it's like a whole community that around competitive Pokemon, but they do their own custom format. They have their own rules and stuff like that. Regardless, it was pretty tough, but it was fun. I miss it, but it takes to get good competitive Pokemon. You have to breed them and then rebreed them and then rebreed them, and it takes too long after a while, and I eventually lost my patience, especially with Sword and Shield, because there wasn't a lot of local tournament players left, so I really wanted to show off, like, in person, not like online tournaments, but I really wanted to get the Switch and, like, show off in front of everyone. I had that fantasy, and I never got to it. And then the pandemic kind of finished off that fantasy, so... Badass, you showing off. Yeah, at first I kept my cool, but then I kind of liked it because I wasn't really good at That was one of the few gaming multiplayer games I was good at. Like Smash Brothers was a whole different story. I'm not good at fighting games. At least not competitively. And a bunch of other games I usually get my butt kicked in. I used to play the TGC Magic the Gathering in tournaments, but I wasn't good at it. Not that good, at least. Let's say... Okay. Why is it doing this? There we go. Also, you know Magic too. Wow, you and I have played a lot of the same games and stuff. Magic is pretty fun. I wasn't good, but yeah, it was fun. I used to like to go to the drafts. And I wasn't that good, but I like the drafts because you get to choose the cards you can keep later. And it was easier to build collect certain cards and get certain decks really quickly, like especially with tribal cards, which I was a big fan of. Instead of just getting like one pack and only getting like one elf or one dinosaur or something like that. But I kind of got out of it after the pandemic just because most of my play group moved away. I still have a lot of my decks though. Too late, chums. We snagged the Surrey bouquet already. Now why don't you scram so we can grab the rest of the flowers as well? Or maybe I'll just make you scram. This guy throwing up. Dude, you're literally rolling around in your own puke. Ow! Why am I so inactive right now? He's literally spinning around in his own puke. At least that's the way I interpret it. I lost my decks over time moving to new apartments. Oh, that stinks. I've been fortunate not to lose any decks or have anything stolen from me. At least not entire decks. The closest to that was, I've had single cards stolen, but that's about it. Stolen from me. Some of my other friends in high school were unlucky to have entire decks stolen from them. Several decks. All at once, too. Yeah. And then the following day, they stole his Yu-Gi-Oh card, so he knew it was someone that he knew, like So I remember that because he was a high school football player at the time, and after he figured out that someone in the locker room was stealing his stuff, he started giving him to me before he headed to his football period for safekeeping. some people get sticky fingers and no morals. Yeah, they took us Yu-Gi-Oh! And this was like 20 years ago, so I never played Yu-Gi-Oh! Myself though, so I don't know how much they were worth. Okay. How much do I need to move? Oh. And then another friend, also in that same play group in high school, he had his cards. We were just sitting, we were playing just right there in plain sight during our lunch hour on one of the lunch tables, and he had all his extra cards on the side of the table, and right in plain sight, like in front of us. I guess we were all focused on the game, and then he was like, "Dude, where's my cards?" And someone just grabbed it from us just like that, right under our noses. So it started putting our cards towards the center of the table instead of keeping them on the edge. More valuable now than back then. Kind of like baseball cards. You could sell them for big money. Maybe some of them. I guess it depends on the market. They all change all the time depending on reprints. But I have a lot of old cards, and they started becoming more popular when Commander became a thing. People that slick, yeah. High school, they targeted us. I was extremely lucky not to lose anything during that time, and then again, the most I've had stolen from me was a couple of singles later on in a gaming store. I know one person took him out, and I know who. I remember what he looked like, and then later on I discovered he never returned it into my binder after he was looking at it, and I never saw him again. Good thing though, it wasn't a very valuable card, but still. Whoa. What's with my camera angling? Hold up. I think I'm getting, is it what I think it is? I'm gonna check something very quickly. Okay, I guess it's just me. The camera angle kept moving against me. Okay. I wonder if they still repair controllers for free if they drift. Yeah. Camera is the real enemy. Especially in Mario 64. Wait, I see a seat here. Wait, how do I get up here? I'm gonna knock out this fire guy. It's getting annoying. Okay, can I see? No, I don't think I can get that high. Oh, okay. See, I wasn't reading the directions. Remember, kids, even in the video games, you have to read. Now I'm thinking about what a science teacher told me. Or he gave us a funny assignment in high school. Like early on in the class. The directions literally said, before you do anything, read all the directions first. And then you go through like a series of 15 different steps, like mark this with an X. Write your name again down here and all that. And the very like second to last direction says, now that you've read all the directions, do not do anything except directions 1, 2, 15, and 16. And it was kind of hilarious. And the last direction was pretend that you're not following directions to fool your other classmates. I'll never forget that. Yeah, he was a cool teacher. I got good memories with him. I don't get that. And then his assignment right after that was like a bunch of riddles. And the two ones I remember the most was I remember several of them, but it was like a trick question. I mean, if you know basic Bible stories, and one of them was like, how many animals did Moses bring onto the ark? And it's like, most people said too, like, well, no, because that's a different character. And then, what was it? Another question. Yeah. A lot of people didn't pay attention. And mind you, this was a science class, not a Bible class, but it was just, but he expected people to know, like basic stuff like that from knowledge. Now I don't think that would be a thing anymore, but or even heard about it. What was another one? Some of them were more tricky, like if you had a wind-up clock and you set it to wake you up at 9 o'clock and you went to sleep at 8, how many hours of sleep would it give you? And the answer would be like 1 hour, because if you set it at 8 o'clock, if you set it at 9 and you go to sleep at 8, it doesn't always know the difference between AM and PM, so it's kind of funny. He didn't clarify that one though. Oh, and that same list of questions. There are 2 apples. Take 2 apples. How many do you have? And it's all like, everyone said 1. It's like, no. If you take 2 apples, you have 2 apples. Another one was like, divide 10 by half and then add 2. And it's like, did you divide it in half or by half? There's a difference. When you divide it by half, you have to divide it by 0.5. You get a different result. It's still funny. I remember all that. A bunny. Wait, this is the same area with the ship? I didn't realize that. Now I feel... I think I already broke this now. Okay. The entrance to the secret flower field is that way. Wait, I was just here. Well, I guess it kind of takes me in the right direction. Am I going the right direction? Uh-oh. Ow. That's not nice. Man, you made me think of a lot of good memories from high school. Simpler times. Scary bug. You know what? I haven't tried going into this warp pipe yet. Fuzzies underwater? That's a first. Uh-oh. Sometimes Mario floats, sometimes he doesn't. Oh, nuts. That's not what I wanted to do. Ow. really don't like fuzzies. Can I take control of them? No, 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 no. How do I keep myself from swimming up? It's like the buoyancy doesn't change, or doesn't stay the same. Yeah, things were simpler back then. It kind of is challenging, but... Wow. Not too challenging, though. I mean, it's nothing like an RTS. I was actually playing... I spent most of last year playing Warcraft. And that's hard. The RTS games, that is. Not the MMO. I've never played the MMO. I don't struggle... I generally don't struggle too much with platforming, but it depends on what it is. Oh, that. So I have to break that? I see where this is going. Oh, neat. Right now, I'm stuck on... You know what? I was just thinking that right now, too. Actually, literally just 2 weeks ago, before I started playing Mario Odyssey, I was actually playing not Survivor. I was playing Fallen Order right before this game for Star Wars month, or May the 4th rather. But usually when I start a game on May the 4th, I finish it. Why is it turning me around? In a day? No, far from it. It took me several weeks. I mean, I started it on May the 4th, but I didn't but after that, I just simply kept streaming it. I know a lot of people when they start, and I noticed that when they play a Star Wars game on May the 4th, they stop very suddenly. They don't finish it later. I treat it as though it's another playthrough. And it was my first playthrough, so that was the first time I've ever played a Souls-like game, and I kind of struggled with it. Yeah, I finished the whole game. I don't think I was that good at it, though. I had to nerf it down a lot to story mode. I enjoyed the story, though. I played it mostly because it was a Star Wars game. But I intend to play Jedi Survivor next May. Nice. Recharging. Patience expiring. That's hilarious. Okay, you guys can can't go to these. I upped that difficulty on Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor. I don't recommend raising the difficulty unless you want to punish yourself. If I ever play Fallen Order again, I'll probably go to Night difficulty, but I don't imagine going that much further than that. I was kind of bad at most of the timings. Oh, where does this take me? Yeah, it is tough to parry. And then the unblockable attacks from Trilla. I really struggled with that. Actually, I'm putting them up slowly on my YouTube. I use it for VODs. Do I get to fly? Yes. Do I have a stamina limit? Nope. Doesn't look like it. She'll kill me every day for hours. Oh, you got me imagining just how much harder it will get. Where's the last moon? There we are. It took me a good month to beat Darth Vader in Fallen Order. Oh, you mean the escape? Yeah, it was the very end. Seems a little tough on its own. They've really changed the power scale of Darth Vader since the older media now, because he wasn't invincible back then, and now they make him look almost untouchable in most modern media, including video games. Crushing me like it was a fun little hobby. I think that is his hobby. Like, apology accepted. What's up there? Okay, I think that was where I'm supposed to try to get to. He's been beefed up. Looked again after Star Killer Stories. Yeah, I'd say probably. I think The Force Unleashed was probably the last time he was kind of vulnerable. They still had him powerful, but he was still beatable. There, kind of. They made him kind of faster. And then when the Disney canon came in to play, they started making him combine a lot of his lightsaber moves with the Force. Yeah. It was faster, so... I like playing Star Wars games too for the stories. At the moment, Coder is my favorite Star Wars game, and it's also my favorite video game, period. So RPGs are my favorite. And it's still, sure there's a lot of stuff to shoot here. Like Coder 2. Coder 2 was pretty good too. I liked it. But it's a lot better if you use the restored content mod. There you go. Hoping to eventually stream both games in the long run. Might be a while though. I have such a big backlog. There's a lot of games I want to get to, because you never know when life will happen, and like I won't be able to stream anymore. Hopefully that doesn't come anytime soon. Yeah, I like both of the games a lot. They said you're looking forward to the new God of War Law 5. I didn't see most of the Summer Game Fest today. I was at work. I was actually listening to it, but I couldn't really watch it. Any stream Coder, I'd love to check it out. Yeah, sure. Yeah, it would. It'll be a while, but. And it'd be nice to share that with some Coder friends. And everyone, really. Just because it's what... Coder is my favorite video game, and Coder 2 is pretty far up there too as well. But you know what's interesting? Is, I've always been too goody or too square to try to do a dark side run of either game. I've never done that before, so that's probably something I will do. Just it'll be the closest to a first-time playthrough I get with either game. And I've heard of you could play as Hanmar in Coder 2, so that's something I gotta try. If that slope is too steep for you, try enhancing your foot speed with a flower. I don't know if I sound like a robot with my regular voice, or if I overdo it, I don't sound like a robot. Yeah, I've always chosen the light side endings. I mean, I've looked at some footage of dark side stuff, but I've never actually played it through. And when I eventually get around to streaming it, so will I'll also eventually do a Dark Side Fun on stream for the first time, so. Oh, I don't get any. Oh, that's right. I lost my extra hearts. Poison water, of course. Oh, am I supposed to? I have a feeling I'm supposed to do this thing. Okay, my instincts were correct. Whoa. A poison falls fountain? It's the same with games with like Red Dead Redemption. Oh. I'm on a timed route. I'm assuming this is timed. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Wait, should I have stopped for these? I'm doomed. That's what I get for getting sidetracked. Oh wait, no, it restarts itself. I didn't notice that. Oh. I get all the way to the end just to die. Okay, let's escape this area. And I get to do this thing with the Goombas again. No! Ah. It's the same with games like Red Dead Redemption 2. I was an evil, wicked gremlin. I'm not familiar with this. I've heard of the series. I've never played Red Dead. Oh, got a tongue twister. Red Dead Redemption. But yeah, like you probably get a karma meter in that game too, and it chooses your path. It's one of my favorite games of all time. It's on PS4 and PS5 and Xbox. You got me curious about it now. Okay, I just came from this area. Whoa, 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 whoa. I just... That was just random. Okay, let's face the right direction this time. So when did Mario want to be like Sonic going through the rings? A Wild West simulator with an amazing story. Get the karma meter up exactly. Bro, my first time running it was I was super evil, and the second time I was a saint. That reminded me of when you get that rocket mode on Super Mario Sunshine. Oh, no, I'm trying to read what he's... Do not share its secret location. Yeah, I remember the rocket from Super Mario Sunshine. I wonder how many other games have a karma meter. The only ones I've known were Star Wars games. I'm trying to think of others. Outside of tabletops. Okay, battle stations. Oh, did I just blow up my cover? Wow. Infamous Mass Effect and Fable had karma meters. I've never played Mass Effect, but I do have it on Steam. I got like a collection of games for like $10 when it was on sale. So I was like, why not? Eventually I'll get to it. But to admit, I did get it mostly just because it was several games for just $10. Felt like a steal. Given that it's also made by BioWare, like Coder was, it has me curious. Looks like the secret flower field is just through here. Ready? Mass Effect is fun, but the story isn't as strong. It's held together by the gameplay and the lore. When I've seen some footage of it from other streamers, it does indeed look more like the gameplay. Some of the story selections look like the MMO, the Old Republic, but I did notice from what little I've seen, it didn't seem that story heavy. Where will this take me? Is that good or bad? Oh no, it's taking all the flowers. Someone stealing flowers? One, either they're trying to impress a lot of women. Two, they really want to get ready for the Valentine's Day market. Or 3, they want to attack humanity with a bunch of allergy-induced pollen. Ow. Oh, those are spikes. Oh, nuts. Can I even... No. I'm not trying to get you. You're trying to impress ladies. Oh, I didn't think I could damage just like this. But now that I think about it, you can break blocks just by literally rising up into them. Flowers, flowers, flowers. Must have all the flowers. Do not mess with me, biped. Wow. This guy seriously loves his flowers. Well, it's actually not his flowers. Man, don't piss off gardeners. Especially robotic ones. Dude, they're not your flowers. Give them up. Rise up. Nuts. I messed up that time. I don't know why my Y button doesn't work as well. The robot Terminator gardeners. You got me picturing an image of Arnold being a gardener and then him taking revenge for someone stomping on his garden. Somehow I can imagine that. I'd watch that movie. So would I. That sounds like a classic 90s revenge movie. Honestly, same. Hey, Fickle, good to see you. Hope you're having a good day. Oh, I don't get more life. sap me. Can't you share some flowers? Oh, nuts. Okay. Okay. I take it that's the last flurry of hits I have to deal to him. Or it. And this is why you don't let AI garden for you. Or hearing Arnold yell out, "Get to the garden!" I can't do accents well, but I could easily imagine that. Smell those flowers. Okay, do I need... Let's see what new outfits I can afford. Okay, I will make my way to the next kingdom right after a little bit of shopping. Scientist visor. A strange piece of headwear that gives off a scenery, science-y vibe. But that just looks like an ordinary tennis visor. Scientist outfit. How many purple coins I got? I mean, this is classic, although... Oh no, I'm curious about the scientist outfit more. Thank you for your coins. Okay. I didn't see the hair part. Oh, I'll keep it on just for just for the fun of it. I want to get this so badly, but I don't want to spend all my coins just yet. That was wild, Einstein Mario. I didn't even know this outfit was a thing in the game. I mean, I've never played... This is still my first time playthrough, but I have seen several outfits. And I don't remember this one in any previews or within the few footage I've seen of others' playthroughs before. Okay, let's move on. We can get to the Lake Kingdom now. Maybe we'll catch up to Bowser there? Most people don't like water worlds. I personally do. At least most of the time. I know the Water Temple and Ocarina of Time has made water worlds in all games, video games, infamous, but given that I live in a desert, water worlds always remind me of someplace other than home. The same goes for ice worlds. To think their precious Soiree bouquet stolen, we can't let that Bowser keep doing whatever he wants. Seeing as how we've got some time to kill, let's review some useful skills. I live around so much greenery. Sorry, got distracted here for a second. Yeah, green. No, it's quite the opposite. There's only so much. Well, I mean, there are some people who grow trees where I am. I have to water them, and then I don't want to say too much before I dox myself, but like with most of the country, they are trying to put up more data centers everywhere, anywhere and everywhere they can. And yeah, people are not going to have green stuff here for very long. But even then, like every time I go on vacation, I can't get over how green something is. But now, if there's allergies, that's a different story. I've heard Oklahoma, in general, in particular, is really bad in the spring. But I remember traveling through Yellowstone, and I really liked it. Either out west or maybe down south. Yeah, I live in the southwest. I'll say that much. Seeing as how we've got some time to kill, let's review some useful skills. Spin throw. When you're surrounded by enemies and just wish you could hit them all at once. I remember that one. It says they're known for their fashion, and oh, there's a famous wedding gown there called the Loch Lady dress, based off the Loch Ness Monster. I mean, I guess from what stories I've heard, I suppose I have some advantages that I don't appreciate. Probably should appreciate more. Again, this sounds like the James Bond theme. It really does. At least a different version of it. The Brew Dolls, they're here too. Can I save? But like ticks, for example, I've never seen any wild ticks ever. They can't, apparently they can't survive in the desert environments. And I don't know what it's like to have things crawling on me, biting me. I mean, I've briefly had problems with bed bugs in the past, and I never want to go through that again, but I can't imagine ticks. And I've seen some videos where people just walk through a grassy area in the forest, and there's like literally dozens and dozens of them on their legs, like their ankles. I'm like, what? Just for walking in the grass? It makes me never even want to like roll in the grass, like touching grass. That meme, I'm like, no, if I'm in the forest, I don't want to touch anything. Now, apparently they're not equal in all areas. I know supposedly they're more common in the northeast than they are in the northwest of the United States, but that's just what I've heard. For instance, I don't know about the Midwest. and they have a bunch of spiders, which I'm not into spiders. I mean, the green scenery and the fresher smell. At least I hope it smells fresher is what I'd aim for, and no dust storms and stuff like that would be nice. But the bugs is something else. And then, of course, it probably snows where there's forests in the wintertime, and I don't know if I could. I've never seen a blizzard in real life before. I've heard stories about it. I don't know if I could handle one. And I've heard that the extreme cold is much worse than the extreme heat. Oh, Midwest living man. Seen some pretty gnarly spiders. You probably also have stories about blizzards. And I never thought about there's no such obstacle where I am as having to wait until someone comes to plow your driveway just to drive out. I've never had that. No, I take that back. There's only been exactly one time where I had that situation where it rarely snows where I am, and that one time we got like a foot of snow. And I realized how lucky I was I didn't have to worry about shoveling snow on a daily basis. Okay, I won't laugh that much. I know you learned that, so. But I'll give it to you. The guys are tough with having to deal with that every winter, and while I know summer is your relief time, like I know it's the opposite of me. Like winter's our relief time since it's kind of mild. And I could actually sleep without an AC on. Ooh, mermaids. They've broken the stairs to the water plaza. Who broke the stairs? Let's go teach them a lesson. Okay, so how do I stay afloat? I'm trying to figure out if there's mechanics to this. See, Mario's sinking like a stone now. Now he's floating. Literally had to shovel snow every year of my life. Shit, I'm laughing. Okay. I think I only did it for 2 days at best. So I'm trying to fathom doing that every day, the discipline. And of course, I know you could hire people, but I imagine they charge you a lot. The summer and spring is crazy because some bugs seem to get bigger every year. Like spiders or other things. Yeah, it's way cheaper to shovel yourself. And bugs I can't pronounce, but they bite or sting all at the same time. Ouch. I mean, where I am, they have bugs, but not the same. They're not that common in the city areas. That the freakiest things I've seen is I don't know if you've heard of a whiptail scorpion, where it's about the size of an average man's hand. It looks like a scorpion, but it has like a whip as a tail instead, and it squirts out vinegar. Yeah, well, whiptail scorpion, not an ordinary scorpion. We got regular scorpions too. I haven't seen one in a long time though. In my childhood house with my parents, we used to have problems with nests of scorpions. And my sister's been stung before. But we get the brown ones, thankfully. The smaller ones are not as poisonous. Or venomous, I should say. Technically, poisonous is the wrong term to use. And then out in the wilderness and the deeper deserts, because you get like bigger black scorpions. Now those are dangerous. you're looking for the water plaza, the way in is right behind me. But good thing the black scorpions, they don't like activity very much, so they stay away from the cities. Unless if you live out towards the end of this edge of the city or in the rural areas. The same thing with rattlesnakes, they don't like the city. Tarantulas, they stay away from the city limits. Even the suburbs, they don't like it. I've only seen exactly one wild tarantula in my life, and they ran off. They move really quickly too. Hell no, bro. Scorpions of any brand is bad news for me. Oh, I didn't know I could. What? Okay, that was the strangest mechanic I've ever seen in a Mario game. Tarantulas, yeah, they are pretty big. Thankfully, though, they're not common where I am. I had to go out into the wilderness to see them. Despite how big they are, and they're aggressive too in the desert. Unlike I heard in the forest they're kind of shy, and they run away, but in the desert they'll literally stand up to you. But thankfully they're not venomous. That was a strange mechanic. Yeah, the zipper. Now, but the other freaky thing you don't want to run into, it's also in the wilderness, but it's far more dangerous than a tarantulas. It's the giant desert centipede, and yes, it is really that big. What? They're literally like about 9 to 10 inches in length and about an inch wide. And they are venomous too. Not enough to kill you directly, but if they bite you like during the daytime, like you'll get really sick and it'll leave you out there where the sun will finish you off because you're such in pain that you're in so much pain you can't move. Or some other thing finishes you off. The centipedes here are super small. Now we get some big centipedes. Luckily, most of them don't like the inner cities. They stay away from traffic areas. I want that move. How do I descend? No, down. Swim down. There we go. Hopefully he won't get mad at me. Yeah, if you really wanna... I mean, I've never been bitten before, but I've seen it on the video, and then what got to me more is like, wait, that thing lives out in the wilderness not too far away from me? I didn't even know of its existence until there's a video, I forgot, but there's a guy who likes to get deliberately bitten on YouTube, like, he gets deliberately bitten to show it off to people and stunned by animals and stuff like that. But you could look, well, if you really want to, just don't look it up before bedtime. It'll give you nightmares. But look up guy gets bitten by giant desert centipede and he deliberately lets it bite himself. And it's kind of funny in a way because it's like, why would you do that? But at the same time, he's really in pain. He's like, guys, seriously, turn off the camera. Get out of here. What's wrong? We put this rock here. Isn't it dreadful? Yeah, you should see some of the other stuff that he lets bite him and sting him and such. It's kind of nutty. Sometimes I wonder if he's addicted to pain. move this rock. But of all the scariest things out there, I'd say the giant desert centipede comes out on top. There's not that many big predators around. I take that back, actually. We do have some mountain lions, but that's a... I've never seen one. They're not that common. Although I guess mountain lions... Actually, no, I don't know if those are more dangerous or bears are more dangerous. Does the Midwest get bears? I know the West does, but I don't know about the Midwest. I've only seen a bear very briefly in Yellowstone, and that was from a distance. Swim up. Uh-oh. Okay, let's go find a fish very quickly. She doesn't like fish. The bears avoid high traffic areas, but the bears are in the wilderness fishing and eating berries. Is the monster still out there? You should see the beautiful shop display on the next floor up. I like the music to this. The shop is on the level above, and there's a roof level above that. How do you get up there? Same way you go anywhere in the water. Swim. What's the secret you're seeking? I know it. Haha. I can't tell you, but I'll give you a clue. Taking notes. Dive and swim. It's hiding somewhere and no peeking. Go find it. Scrawcom. They're harmless if you leave them alone well enough, but once they get fresh out of hibernation, they are aggressive and very territorial. They won't eat you like some stories say, but they'll maul your... In particular, the moms are most dangerous. I could believe that. Mama Bear, I think that's where the trope comes from. I know they warned us about that in Yellowstone. Like, don't get between a mother bear and her cubs. If you travel all the way to the Lake Kingdom, you should dress for the occasion. To get into the Lock Lady dress display window, you'll have to dress like a swimmer. Traveler, you do not look at all dressed for swimming. I am very disappointed. What? You don't respect Einstein or science? Not kidding. Yeah. Bro, them bear mamas don't play. There was a lovely lock lady dress in this display window. But that monster came and stole it. He stole our kingdom's greatest treasure. A dress is your greatest treasure? So this is where the dress was displayed. You've come at a troubling time. I don't think I can afford much yet. You may... okay. Rubber Dory? Fans of the universally loved Dory have been clamoring for quality reproduction like this. Oh, I need to get 2 more coins. I don't know why, he looks legit like that. Can I break through this with the fish? No. What is that, walking sea? Is it me or some of the NPCs sound like Jawas? They kind of look like Jawas. I'm trying to think the sounds. They do like an ooh-dee-dee sound. That's what it sounds like they're saying. Uh-oh. Oh wait, did I literally just lose half of my life? Okay, I guess that's what happens when you drown. I thought I was going to make it in time. Oh, didn't mean to do that. If Jawas were in this game, I wonder how many coins they would want to sell you, like, simple junk. Oh, I forgot there's still enemies. Oh, I didn't know you could jump out like that. And there's some more coins that I could use. If Jawas were in this game, they'd steal your stuff and sell it back to you. Yeah, that's exactly what they'd do. That'd be a funny mechanic to see in the game. Why does one of them have a wig? Ow. When you think about it, Goombas can be very dangerous just because you get hurt by simply touching them. Other enemies have to attack you, but Goombas, no. They may as well be poisonous frogs. Just touch it. Just touch and it's bad news. Even in some of the Smash Brothers games where they have Goombas in it, you could get hurt by just trying to attack them. Some of the other enemies, they have to physically touch you first. Or not touch you, but they have to attack. Do an attack animation, not just merely touch you. That's what I meant to say. Wrong direction. Oh, this. Okay, we gotta do this carefully. Oh, I see a little pattern there. So I can't just go anywhere. There's a little line. Let me just check how long it's... Okay, I still got maybe another hour left. A little less, maybe. Imagine having water elevators like this, where the water just stays there, and you have to swim up instead of walking up, and there's no electric elevators. Here it is. Is he really wearing a pull tube? But it's not about floating here. You gotta actually dive underwater. Okay, where was the area they were restricting us access just because of the way we dressed? I didn't even notice coins there. That would have saved me a lot of trouble. I'd be upset because I can't swim. I could imagine trying to swim very briefly like that, but at the same time, no, I don't swim well. I'm pretty bad at it too. Though there's not a lot of areas to swim where I am, outside of a pool. Actually, I should probably be a fish for this. Alright, let's visit this area. Captain Toad? All the way down here? Mario, fancy meeting you here. That's right, it's me, Captain Toad. I'm traveling the world looking for power moons. So if this backpack is tough, I don't even know how I made it here. Oh, but I discovered this power moon here. You can have it. You've got a moon. It's so quiet here, I wonder how I'll get home. Have you ever thought about going through here, Toad? Okay, I am going to take a short breather. I'll be back in about 10 minutes. I'm gonna grab myself a quick snack. So I'll return around 10:05, and then after that we'll play for a little longer. BRB. Okay, let's resume. I had to spray my room for a second there as I got bit by a mosquito. And I realized I shouldn't have sprayed so close to my computer where the air can intake the bug spray. Hopefully I don't damage anything.
Charlie amado. Vanatu Wadatu.
I think I'll go on for another 30 minutes and then before I call it a night.
Charlie nato. Oh, se vale de sweet.
How to get in here?
Potty is yours. Roti tanti. Leonardo.
Traveler, you look ready to swim. Please go inside. I feel underdressed. That's funny. All that just for one moon? Saying the same thing? Okay, where else can I go? I apparently have to make my way up here.
ricerca.
Don't worry, I'll get your dress back. I just have to find a way to get up here. I like this music.
Granny.
You become skilled at being flat. Now look at up here. Oh, I thought I could take control, huh? I don't think I've been over here before. Ow.
Trovato.
Oh no, seaweed. There we go. Not sure how to get up here. Unless... you can get up to the roof of that shaft. Okay, we just had to do some exploring. Ow. What a single Goomba can do. What's over here to the right first? What the? I thought I was gonna hold on to the edge. I guess I have to physically slide down. Jump, grab, clean, and climb. still don't know how to get over there. Actually, I haven't tried this yet. Another bunny fight. Huh. You're too late. We already got the dress. It even matches the boss's tuxedo, so there's no way we're giving it back. You look like the grown-up version of the Twix rabbit. I'm worried about those two. Let's go after them. Perhaps next time. I'm starting to zone out, so I'll end it here. Tomorrow night, I'll start at the same time. We'll pick up from here and keep exploring. Okay. Thank you everyone for dropping in and chatting. I hope to see you all again next time. Have a good evening and take care.